Welcome to the 30A Show, your beach-happy podcast for beach lovers. Brought to you by 38 Cottages, wonderful rental homes from inlet beach to watercolor. Online at 38cottages.com. Let's hit the beach. Here's Corey.
We're with Ashley McBryde. How are you, Ashley?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Where are we calling you from today?
I am in exotic Iowa right now.
All right. That's tour, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're touring. And I think we're in Sioux City right now. I like to get up first thing and open my blinds and see what kind of parking lot we can look at. And this one, it looks like on one side I've got shrubbery, and on the other side I've got a parking garage, which is just about what we look at all the time.
That's awesome. And when you do wake up in a new town, how do you get in the right frame of mind to hit the stage and say the right name of the town?
That's actually one of my biggest fears, is to not know where I am or say the wrong thing on accident. Really, our trick is cold brew coffee.
Right.
And we kind of get up and start it that way. And so I try to, I either just don't say the name because I'm afraid I'll say the wrong thing, or I make sure that I've said it at least 3 times that day before I get on the stage.
That's awesome. Or you just look at everybody and say, hey, guys.
Yeah, and you can really say, we're happy to be here with you today because you are here no matter where here is.
That's totally true. Let's get into some questions. We asked some people for some questions. Ashley McBryde is joining us on the 30A Show. How did you learn that you won the ACM award?
Oh, the ACM, I was down at my barn and I was burning some brush and my phone rang and it said unknown caller. So I answered it, actually thinking I was going to start razzing whoever was on the other end of the phone. And it was Carrie Underwood.
Wow.
On the other end of the phone. It was her job that day to call all the people who had won those awards. So I got to talk to her for a couple of minutes, and I knew something was going on because my friends pulled their phones out, sort of videotaping.
Right.
So I knew that one of them knew before I did, but I found out through Carrie Underwood.
That's super cool. Where do you keep the award?
I haven't gotten it yet. You hold the dummy award, and then they take and they put your name and all that on it, and then they send it to you. So, but I'm going to put it in my bathroom.
It's not going to ride around and buckled in the front seat of your car?
Yeah, no, and I might take it to my mom's house for the holidays. Just special events.
Congratulations on that. That's very recent. That just happened this spring. Do you Google yourself at all?
I feel like that would be a mistake.
Right.
I think the last time I Googled myself was a few years ago, and it was a picture of me playing French horn at Arkansas State University. And I know it's not that way now, but there are people on my team that Google me just to make sure everything is all good. But no, I can't Google myself. I would be really scared of what I would find. That's
a great answer. And I would, Google is just a scary thing in general. What type of songs do you like singing about, Ashley?
Oh man, I'll sing anything. In fact, I just played a show in Roanoke the other night and I sang some Paula Abdul just because. I like songs that I call them gut punchers. Anything that really makes you go, dang, even if that feeling you get is negative for just a second. Any song that can move you is my favorite kind.
If you're driving around in your truck or car right now, what music are you listening to right now?
I'm listening to Lizzo and Tyler Childers and Mavis Staples. I found a really cool Mavis Staples record from 2006 that I'm really digging.
Mavis is awesome. Speaking of gut punchers, I have to ask you about this song, which is one of my favorites that you sing. Let's talk about Fat and Famous. Do you mind?
Oh, I don't mind.
Okay, what was the inspiration? Tell our listeners the inspiration behind that song. It's wonderful.
It was time for my high school reunion, and I got a phone call from one of my former classmates who was actually a really nice person. And they wondered if I might come and play music. They knew I was playing in bars and things, and would I come play for a little bit at the reunion? And I said, of course I will. And they said, how awesome would it be, though, if you wound up writing a song about our graduating class? And so I thought, well, yeah, I'll do that because I feel like I've earned that little bit of happiness. So I did, and I just wrote it at the Mean Girls, and it was hilarious.
You got fat, I got famous. Ain't that funny how it changes? You made fun of me for years. I get paid to play my songs. I got a headline gig in Austin. You got a closet drinking problem and a juvenile delinquent souvenir from senior prom. I got a Budweiser endorsement. You're refinancing your mortgage. How's it feel to make those payments? You got fat, I got famous.
How long did it take you to write that song, or did it just blurt out of your mouth after 5 or 10 years? You were like, this is what I'm writing about.
Yeah, it fell out in some really funny, little hunks. And I pieced it all together. And then I had a co-write the next day with one of my friends. And and I pulled it out when we were there. And I was like, listen, I wrote this thing, and it's a little bit scattered, and can you help me hone it in? And somebody was like, absolutely. So we honed it in.
That's fantastic. Someone named Eric referred to you as a whiskey drinking badass. Is that fair?
I mean, I've never called myself a whiskey drinking badass, but I've evidently done things that have earned me that reputation. And I don't shy away from it at all. And Eric is a pretty good judge of character.
And we're speaking of Eric, who?
He's this new guy. I think you should really give him a chance. Eric Church.
Yeah, he has a baseball hat, sunglasses.
You would just want to.
That's right.
Yeah, you know him.
Yeah, we know him, and he's also played Gulf Coast Jam down here as well. So we welcome him back anytime. Eric Church is a badass. Do you frequent whiskey? Is this just a social thing, or do you have a preference? Do you stay on one whiskey, or do you bounce around and try them all?
I'm a bourbon lover.
Yep.
Especially true bourbons, like Kentucky bourbons. I love Elijah Craig, big Jim Beam gal. Man, you just can't, there's nothing you can do to Jim Beam that's going to ruin it.
No.
But I do try, people bring me, since I have the reputation, people bring me whiskeys all the time to try, and we do drink them. I love George Dickel, which is a Tennessee whiskey, but really I like the bourbon. I'll try anything twice.
The Elijah Craig's a good choice. That is a favorite of my household. Thank you for saying that.
Of course.
Your latest album is Girl Going Nowhere, and you just released another song from it, Tired of Being Happy. You guys need to check that out. She is on about every social media possible, and you have a team for that, or are you a social media person? Do you get on there and handle your own social media?
I still do a lot of my own social media. We do have a team that can help out, especially when I'm asleep or we don't have cell phone service or just not in the loop on that day. But they send it to me before they post it. So if they have to post on my behalf, I have to approve it first. But most of the time, especially Twitter, I'm the only person that does my Twitter.
That's awesome to know. So you're really, really tweeting back and forth with Ashley McBryde.
Absolutely. I like to get up first thing in the morning and see if anyone has said I didn't get meet and greets and things like that. And I kind of just read through people's tweets, and then I ask my tour manager or my team, hey, man, can we do something about this? Is there a way we can help this kiddo out and get them to the show? Or so it's, I don't know. I like Twitter. I know it's not like the biggest social media platform, but I do have quite a few people I follow that I think are hilarious.
Is there a show that you look back and just say, wow, I played that show, but it still haunts you a little bit? You know, maybe when you were starting or as your career has progressed? I mean, is there a show that you can kind of single out and say, oh my gosh, I want to do that one over? Yeah,
there are a few. And the one that really sticks in my craw wasn't even a big show. It was called Float Trip, and it's a concert that's put on a campground, and I think it's in Missouri. And the sound system was just crap. And it was me and Aaron Watson, and everything about being out there where we were, just everything kept going wrong. And I hadn't learned yet how to just keep going and do whatever with whatever you've got without showing any frustration at all. And I remember feeling really frustrated that entire show. And when you're on stage, if you're frustrated, that's none of your audience's business.
Right.
You owe them a show. They used gasoline to get there. They bought tickets. They got a babysitter. So you need to put on your big girl boots and not be frustrated and sing even if the PA never comes on. That is the one that I would like to go back and just slap myself in the face just a little bit and be like, why don't you get over yourself? Sorry you can't hear. Sing the show. That's right. Acapella's good. Yeah. Hey, we do something to round out our interviews. It's called 5 Questions with Ashley McBryde. They're really simple questions. You ready for this? Love it. Okay. Dogs or cats? Dogs. No chance on cats, or is there a cat possibility? I like kitty cats, but I'm just a dog person. What type of dog would you want, or do you have? I have a beagle, and I have a golden retriever. There you go. That's a good combo. Artist, dead or alive, you'd like to sing with on stage at the Grand Ole Opry? Oh, wow. Patsy Cline. It's a good one. All right. Funniest thing that has happened at one of your shows? Ooh. Well, the other day there was someone in the pit with a pair of inflated, I don't know how to say that because you can't say that on the radio, inflated giant boobies. And they kept screaming, will you sign my boobies? And so I had to walk out on the thrust. It was a big group of folks. And I was like, this is strange. And when I grabbed the item to sign it, I grabbed it and turned it around facing forward so the audience could see it. And I was about to set it on top of my guitar that I was wearing to sign it. And then I realized what that would look like in a photograph. So I thought better of it, and I decided as fast as I could and threw it back in the pit.
Oh, you should have done it the way you didn't want to do it, because that would have been socially awesome. That's great. If you had a theme song and you were walking around and it constantly was playing, what would that theme song be?
Danger Zone.
I love that. That's fantastic. You like Top Gun?
Yeah, love it. I'm actually thinking about putting Danger Zone in our live show.
Oh, you should.
I've never heard anybody cover the song.
Yeah, just put the sunglasses on and rip it, right?
Absolutely.
All right, this is the last question for Ashley McBryde. She's performing at Gulf Coast Jam this Labor Day weekend. You got to get your tickets right now. It's gulfcoastjam.com. Last question, food item best served with whiskey.
Oh, okay. Every food is best served with whiskey. I want to say boiled peanuts for some reason.
Wow.
I love boiled peanuts and whiskey. Yeah, I really dig it.
After a lot of whiskey, it really doesn't matter just what's available, right?
True. Yeah, I can't think of a food that I wouldn't pair with whiskey, except maybe cereal would be a poor choice. But anything hot, I think, is okay to put whiskey with it.
I'm pretty sure somebody did the cereal combination.
Probably.
All right, AshleyMcBryde.com. You can use her name and find her on all of her social media. Ashley, thank you for taking time to speak with us, and we look forward to seeing you at Panama City Beach at Gulf Coast Jam. Thank you.
Can't wait, buddy.
Hit the beach with our friends at 38cottages.com. Great homes for rent all across the beaches of South Walton. Until next time, beach happy.
Still a scare.